Не доказано.
Все просто. Наоборот, когда нет.
Сентябрь пришел, мой друг. Просто сентябрь нет, не нужно. Кичурский. Кичурский? Что здесь? Офигеть, просто. Офигеть. Там все равно никого не говорит, а? Ну зачем тогда показывать эту дистанцию? Всем привет, кушай, груша. Кушин. Большой.
Grammarly does more than catch errors. With Grammarly, you can find really good, no, perfect words that make your writing sharp, or explicit, or excellent, or distinctive. As a matter of fact, for what it's worth, Grammarly can, yeah, that's long. We can get rid of that, and this, good,
First things first, this is the Muja touchpad. And you might be thinking, I've already got one touchscreen on my smartphone, why do I need another? Well, it's not there for the front of your smartphone. To install it, you just press it into the back of your phone, and it's got about 20 sticky pads that hold it in place. And it's a weird experience because it opens up a world of input that you've probably never had before. In a way, it feels like you're able to reach through the back of your smartphone to touch the front of your screen. Next up, a product with the slogan, "Say goodbye to oh no, say hello to oh yo," because this is the oh yo, and it stops you dropping your smartphone. There are three main parts to this contraption. You've got the central housing, which sticks onto the back of your smartphone using 3M tape. It's got a solid fit. This housing contains the extendable string that connects to a wristband. And it's all elasticated and very flexible, so the extent three main because this is the oh-yo, and it stops you dropping your smartphone. There are three main parts to this contraption. You've got the central housing, which sticks onto the back of your smartphone using 3M tape. It's got a solid fit. This housing contains the extendable string that connects to a wristband. And it's all elasticated and very flexible, so it doesn't feel like you're tied down to your phone or you've got no range of movement. But it does very convincingly protect it from drops. There's also a ring which you can attach instead of the band for a slightly different feel. It's quite tough to concisely describe this drops. There's also a ring which you can attach instead of the band for a slightly different feel. It's quite tough to concisely describe this next product. It's on one hand a Bluetooth speaker, whilst being a centerpiece for your room, and at the same time a collapsible robot. There's a lot going on here, but my first impression is just that it's really high quality and also really heavy. The attention to detail is above what I was expecting, and to be honest, I've never seen a speaker that looks like this. When you turn the lighting on, you realize they've packed LEDs into pretty much every corner and crevice they can, and the legs at the bottom.
Ну что, ходить умеет даже сейчас? Так.
They fold in and they fold out. As a speaker, it sounds good. It sounds a lot better than I thought it would given the size of it, but then again, you are limited by that size. Larger speakers sound more spacious. It's got a 20-watt power, so not the loudest, not the most powerful speaker, but it's the little visual flourishes that I think sell the product. The crack light is something I instantly fell in love with. In fact, within minutes of finishing with it for this video, I put it into my everyday carry bag. It is a seriously slim, but at the same time seriously powerful LED lamp, and it's continuous lighting, so it's a great thing for photographers and videographers, and doesn't need a battery of its own, it just plugs into your phone. A new kind of screen cleaning tool, or at least one that I've never seen before. You've got this pretty high quality leatherette finish on one side with a handle for your hand, and then a really plush felt-like finish on the inside. Does a really good job, and it's comfortable to use, and you can reuse these for quite a long time, I imagine, before they get dirty. Voxos, I think I'm saying that right, is a pair of sunglasses with bone conduction technology. So on the surface they look like a pretty standard pair of sunglasses, albeit slightly thicker, but I like the way they look. I like the matte black finish on the frames, and I like the colouring of the lenses. Now, you might have seen a few audio products already with that bone conduction label. The idea being that the sound reaches you through physical contact. So these pads you see here, they connect directly to your head, and you hear the sound through the bones in your skull, which leaves your ears open to hearing other through physical contact. So these pads you see here, they connect directly to your head, and you hear the sound through the bones in your skull, which leaves your ears open to hearing other, and let's face it, potentially more important things. I decided that I liked this product pretty early on. It is a tiny, fairly inexpensive, but ultimately massively convenient smartphone speaker. It connects directly into the headphone jack, which means there's no dangling around on a cable, and also there are zero wireless pairing issues. So providing you've got the jack, and you've got speakers that just need that little bit more oomph, then this should handle that. You can expect more bass, more detail, and a little bit more volume. There's also the surprise benefit of being able to re-angle the speaker if you want to face it towards someone else. The Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless have been my go-to earphones for about 4 weeks now, and I'd say I really like them, but I don't love them.
Здесь вдалеке видно. Чесночочек. Чесночочек. Говорила спикер. Наоборот. Он говорил, он стоит наоборот. Так видишь, как-то есть на самом деле. В ночи. Что ты будешь делать с этим всем? Поместить надо какие-то вещи. Кстати, это тоже хорошо. Да, конечно. Вот я это думал тоже, да. Наоборот, тогда...
Да, сейчас пойдем. Я просто неделю уже пытаюсь подключить это 8800 и все. Дай мне буквально еще...
Время ожидания оператора 15 минут.
15 минут. И...
Это только начало. Знаешь, что потом будет?
Че?
Я уже выслал все документы. Вы же технический специалист. Вы скажите, как это работает.
В смысле акция закончилась? Да. Это дичь какая-то. Мне просто нужен этот номер 8800, а не дополнительный гемор на жопу. Блин. Пишут легко, быстро, удобно. Очень удобно, ребята, очень удобно. Да это меня достало уже все это, просто достало. Это поддержка, у которой я не могу выяснить все условия. Блин.
Держи.
Что это?
Твой 8800. Гудок. Номера 8800, которые просто работают.
We can't manage work like this. That's why I use Monday.com. My team uses it to manage projects.
I'm setting a budget of $3,000 to find the cheapest, but also wildest tech on the entire internet. I'm going to make sure I find things you've never seen before. Okay, wildest gadgets. There's already a lot going on here. Not quite what I had in mind. Anti-gravity physics magnets. So you put these ones on your fingers and it turns them into drumsticks. That's right up my alley. What's the weirdest mouse we can get? So you can actually get a fully working mouse that's actually a pen. This one has incredibly high ratings, but I've never seen anything like it. This one's a vertical mouse, and I know this has been a category of products for a while now, but it's just so alien to me. I want to try it. Let's see what we can find on Etsy. No way. A personalized chocolate smartphone. And it actually comes in a smartphone box. What? Oh, this is too good. It says send a screenshot of your home screen and they will print it in edible paper on the phone. So we can go milk, dark, white, gold. Gold chocolate. I really, really like this site. It's less about big companies selling factory-produced products. It's more like individuals at home who've made really, like, quirky things. But that makes it really, really fun. No way. PlayStation and smartphone platforms. I bet people have made some really creative stylus. PlayStation and smartphone platforms. I bet people have made some really creative styluses on here. Wait, so this is a stylus that you control with your mouth. Oh, so it's built for people who are paralyzed and who can't actually use their hands to hold styluses, so they have to control their phone with their mouth. Let's give it a go. Wait, why is there a gun? I'm so confused. This is so beautiful, my husband is going to love this for his birthday. What? Ah. So you know how I use like pretty much any excuse to dress up in a suit, right? Well, these are cufflinks to wear with a suit, but they've got a circuit board design. Very, very happy with this purchase. Oh yeah, and thanks to Surfshark VPN for making this video possible. So this is apparently the best massage gun in the world, but it's £549. Ah, can we justify it for the sake of it being really, really cool? I think we can. Wait a second. Is that a single AirPod? Ah, we're on wish.com again. I wonder if there's such thing as like a mini earphone. Something that like disappears into your ear so no one can see you've got something in. Wait. What? What? How is that even? We'll buy it and we'll try it. What is this? It's like a fan that you wear on your waist. Not a bad idea, to be honest. Okay, let's just try gadgets. Well, that's pretty cool. You get like wrist-mounted lights, like a budget Iron Man. This looks like something out of like a James Bond film. So you put it on your head and you can pick the magnification of each individual eye. I wonder if there are any PS5 gadgets. What? How does this site work, man? Oh look, so they have PS5s in stock, but they're twice the... What is this? Gadgets. What? How does this site work, man? What? How does this site work, man? Oh look, so they have PS5s in stock, but they're twice the price of what you would get in store. PS5 shell. That's kind of cool. Let's get gold. Oh, you can get a gold strip for the controller as well. Why ever not? Wait, can you just buy testosterone tablets? Glow-in-the-dark tape, and it's free. Wait, you just told me it was free. Are there, like, laws against this? I've always been curious. Wish sells these enormous mats and rugs for, like, ridiculously cheap prices. Can they be any good? Are there, like, laws against this? I've always been curious. Wish sells these enormous mats and rugs for like ridiculously cheap prices. Can they be any good? It's like an optical illusion. You get the biggest size possible. Ah, the Samsung, my favorite company. I'm actually a big fan of like magnetic toys like this. And that is very cheap. Oh. Can you imagine buying your toothbrush on Wish? Well, that's funky. So this is a Huawei knockoff, but it doesn't look like the actual Huawei phone. Okay, they've got a Wish.com version of the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. The phone with a screen on the front and a screen on the back. Do you think they've managed to recreate the screen on the back? Up to an extra 2% off? Is that meant to be an incentive? Who says on their actual product description, expensive but very cool? What is that? It looks so odd. Aromatherapy diffuser. Well, I'm assuming that was meant to say display at night? Wait, is that a lightsaber? How does that even work? Very intrigued. I've got a bit of a budget left. I just want to get one thing that's just crazy. Well, that might just fit the bill. So instead of just being a standard speaker that kind of fires outwards, it fires outwards and upwards, almost like showering the room with sound. Alright, we're going with that. Now let's fast forward a month when hopefully everything's arrived. I am in shock at how fast all this arrived. I was fully expecting it to take 3 months like it did last time. This all arrived in 2 weeks. So we're going to start with the cheapest stuff from wish.com.
Смотри, если у тебя в комнате будет такая штука, это же эхо будет, правильно?
To the handmade stuff from Etsy, and then try the most bizarre, most expensive stuff from the wider internet. Alrighty. Move on to the handmade stuff from Etsy, and then try the most bizarre, most expensive stuff from the wider internet. Alrighty. Is this part of the lightsaber? Definitely something in the bottom. Maybe this is part of the test. Maybe we've got to use the lightsaber to get the lightsaber. Stick to the knife. Are you ready for the moment of truth? I need to read my lightsaber instructions. Oh, this is how they do it, isn't it? The true test of a lightsaber is, can it slice through a banana? Are you ready? Oh, Simba, can you join me in the dark side?
Go on, I believe in you.
Cats these days. This is our very, very curious and futuristic-looking subwoofer. It's a nice heavy bit of gear. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Wish is delivered here. These are proper mechanical keys on the front, and like the entire finish does actually look as crazy as it did in photos. I guess I'm just used to being disappointed, and this is not a disappointment. And also look, so if you tap this button, it cycles between all the different lighting modes. Shockingly good. This is almost going suspiciously well for a mystery unboxing. Alright, hit me. Let's start with the big one. Of all things, for some reason, like, this is one of the ones I've been most excited about. Amazing. The question is it gonna work?
It's not the best quality mat, as I guess you'd expect for the price. It's a bit creased up, but you tell me if you can see an optical illusion.
So I think we've got it to the perfect angle, such that...
Oh.
Damn it. Oh my god, okay. Wait, this is it. This is our single AirPod. It's tiny. Some things, you gotta see them to believe them. Look at that. So this is the case of a real pair of AirPods Pro. They've literally halved it. I can't even really complain about the sound either. It's probably about on par with Apple's EarPods, which is, you know, not the highest benchmark in the world, but they are a lot more expensive and not wireless. Pretty premium. Everything snaps in place. It's nice magnetic packaging. Bob's your uncle. This feels a bit like the earphone equivalent of going into a shop and buying one sock.
Нельзя просто так взять и заговорить на английском за 16 часов. One does not simply start speaking English. Привет, меня зовут Алекс Рубанов, и я основатель онлайн-школы английского English. Я приглашаю тебя на свой самый популярный в России.
Here. Oh, PS5 controller skin. I feel like customizing tech is actually one of my favorite things to do. We should also have a PS5 shell somewhere. Oh, that's nice, I think. So in my head I was buying gold, but I feel like with this kind of finish, what I've actually ended up getting is like tortilla wrap colour. Oh god, that's obnoxious. Alright, PS5 controller. What have I done? What have I done? I've turned it from iconic to dusty. It looks like those clothes that used to be white, but then they got put in the wash far too many times. And the controller is really, really bad. But hey, on the bright side, I may be the only owner in the world of a tortilla edition PlayStation 5. I might just keep it like this. Give people of a tortilla edition. But hey, on the bright side, I may be the only owner in the world of a tortilla edition PlayStation 5. I might just keep it like this. Give people a free laugh every time they come look at it. Oh, it's our waist-mounted cooler. That's not a sentence you say every day. Alright, so I think the idea is you clip it onto your waist. Sentence you say every day. Alright, so I think the idea is you clip it onto your waist, you put your jumper on top, then you turn the button on. And I'm slightly concerned this is just going to blow my jumper up, but we'll see. Oh! I mean, it's far too loud to do any kind of serious work while it's on, but the cooling works. I think the first holiday I go on after lockdown, I would probably take this. Okay, it's our tape. A lot thinner than I was expecting. Okay, I am proud to present a flower. Or maybe a wind turbine, depending on how you look at it. So we basically got to charge it up for that. Huh. Let me take this down now. Oh yes. This feels like my initiation process to becoming a spy. So for each one of your eyes, you can change the magnification. So it's on 25 times right now. It is. Oh, the focusing distance on these is phenomenal. And they've got lights in them as well. I know they look like something out of MI6, but I think these were designed to inspect jewelry. That's not a good idea. Alright, so we've got the world's smallest iPhone from our last video in this series. That is a phenomenal amount of detail. Can you imagine like rocking up to a club in these? The world's smallest iPhone from our last video in this series. That is a phenomenal amount of detail. Can you imagine like rocking up to a club in these? Yes! So these are clearly our smartphones, as the front of the box makes very clear. This, I believe, is our Huawei P50 Pro. I don't think that looks like the actual P50 Pro is going to look, but credit to them, they have designed a different looking phone. Like, at least it's not just a Samsung design with the Huawei name slapped onto it. It's welcoming you. It's very friendly. I think we've just broken a record for the ugliest front of a phone I've ever seen in my life. That bottom bezel combined with that? What is that? So it's a dual hole punch, but there's only one real camera in there. The other one is completely software. The positioning is off, and for some bizarre reason, it's joined onto the top bezel. It really does make you wonder. LG has just left the smartphone market. The other one is completely software. The positioning is off, and for some bizarre